Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, guys. I'm playing some Pokemon music today. You all like Pokemon music, right? I'm not allowed to say yes. Yes, Sonny, we love Pokemon music. We're so happy you're playing Hi, Maple. Hi, Reptile. Hi, Ty. Hi. And hi, Card. I knew you would be here. It's like we were in a call until 5 minutes until my stream started or something like that. It's like we were just talking to each other or something like that. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So today we're drawing Christmas things because I go by a rule of it's Christmas until the Christmas tree is taken down, and it's not taken down. So as far as I'm concerned, it's still Christmas. I don't know if anyone else goes by that rule. I don't know if you guys go by that rule of, well, we're still decorated for Christmas, so it's obviously still Christmas. But that's the rule that I go by, but it's the tree specifically. Like, you could take down everything else, but if the tree's still up, it's still Christmas, damn it. I went by that rule since I'm a kid. I'm like, well, if the tree's still up, it's still Christmas. Christmas 2 months. Christmas 2 months, right? As soon as the tree comes up, it could be December 2nd. It's Christmas now. Because the tree's up. Tree is Christmas. You leave this tree up and that's Christmas. Yeah. Now you get it. If I had a Christmas tree all year, it would be Christmas all year, but then it would lose all meaning completely. And what would even be the point of having Christmas or a holiday? At that point, the tree is just kind of a giant shrub in your house that you have to maintain and hope it doesn't grow through the roof and then start a Viva la Revolution inside of your own home, having little weird tree babies born in your home. And then you got all these trees taking over your home, and you just wanted to have a nice life with a Christmas festive spirit, but the tree doesn't know that. The tree doesn't know what Christmas is. It just knows you're putting a bunch of shit on it and watering it poorly every year. And it was decided that it's gonna take, nature back and take over your home. What am I talking about? Wouldn't mind tree going in the middle of the house. I've actually seen a listing on like Realtor of someone who built their whole house around a tree, so the tree was actually growing in the middle of the house. It was really something to look at. It was just the tree, and like the picture the outside, like, that looks like a tree growing inside the house. You look at it like, it is a tree growing inside of the house. I can't imagine that would be good for the foundation to have a tree growing in the middle of your house. Maybe that's why it's for sale. It's a fun idea in your head and not practical at all whatsoever. It's always time Christmas. Yeah, no, it's Christmas. Whenever you want it to be. Whenever you want it to be. It's a shame there's like no Christmas games, really. Like, I mean, there's not really any holiday games now, there is there? I mean, for Halloween, there's not actually a Halloween game. What we consider a Halloween game. It's just literally any horror game, any spooky game at all, and that doesn't make it Halloween. It's just that it's scary and we associate Halloween with spooky things. So there's not really a Halloween game per se. There's no Christmas game. There's no Thanksgiving game. Thank God for that. There's no Easter game. There's no Hanukkah game. There's no Cinco de Mayo game. There's no holiday games. There's no holiday games, is there? Except for like that one where you put lights up that just released on Steam. That's a Christmas game because it's literally about decorating for Christmas. But no, there's no real popular like holiday games. I just realized that. It's just Christmas. Now I think about it, it's every holiday. For like every place in the world. They just don't make games about holidays. Why? I want to see an active Thanksgiving game where you play as the villain and it's education about how knaves treat. Yeah, and that would be the most controversial upload ever onto Steam, because if you get exactly one detail wrong on that, when you're going for historical accuracy about something that was horrific, everyone's gonna kill you for that. There's a reason why people don't do that, or when they go for historical accuracy about tragic events, they kind of gently approach it and approach it like on the side, because if you wanted to be totally accurate, that's going to be very difficult. And all it takes is a little inaccuracy about a tragic event to make everybody hate you. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That would be great if possible, but that's never going to work. That games are fantasy for a reason, guys. They're fantasy for a reason. They're fantasy for a reason. The reason is so the company doesn't get assassinated by the community. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, I don't have this thing up, do I? Ooh, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Oh no, moment. Give me a moment. Skip it a bit. Bam. 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 Yeah, you got free doodle every day. Hello. You got free doodle every day, or doodle's going to die. There we go. There we go. I remember. Listen, I remember, but everyone's doing. I can't remember right now. So I remember, you guys know Cuphead, right? If you don't, are you, like, living under a rock? Hello! If you don't know Cuphead, you must be living under a rock. I remember when Cuphead came out, and this is why I say a game studio could never, like, do a historically accurate game about something tragic that happened, because I remember when Cuphead came out, I saw a news article. And the news article was slandering the game Cuphead because it was based off of, like, you know, what is it? Early animation, like 30s, you know, 50s animation, particularly Fleischer cartoons, right? And they were slandering the game because the game didn't include racism in the game, which would have been historically accurate for the time that it was basing the animation off of. And they said that the game was racist for not including racism. You can never win. This is why they can't make a game about a tragic event, because these are the news articles that will come out, and I'm not kidding. That's why they can't do it. They'll die. Even if they did it perfect, they'll still die. Someone will be like, oh, you didn't do that accurately. You're all, etc., etc. They literally call Cuphead racist for not being racist. They're like, well, racism was in cartoons in the 30s, and by not including it, you're ignoring, you know, the things that we did in the past that were bad, and you need to include racism in your game in order to not be racist. And I was like, huh? You're not being showing, you know, history accurately. I'm like, they're not trying to show history accurately. They made a game about a cop. And this is why we can't have nice things. We'll never have nice things because people like this exist. And that's why game studios have to be very cautious when they do things like this, because these kinds of news articles will pop up and then people will start dogpiling them for not being racist, which I guess makes them racist. Make it make sense. You're right, a survey on a legend in my culture got called racist for the inaccurate depiction. So yeah, folks get mad at it. Yeah, there will never ever be a game that is 100% historically accurate, especially when it's about a tragic event that happened to like anyone ever, because this is what happens. It's pretty much the forbidden thing in a game. If you're gonna do any kind of historical accuracy, you have to fantasy it up. Like, look at BioShock Infinite. They had to fantasy up that shit because there's no way they would ever get away with actually being accurate. And they didn't even do a good job with some parts, too. Some parts I was like, okay. Yeah, we're never gonna get it. It's never going to happen until people learn how to fucking behave themselves. Which is never. Yeah, we're gonna draw, we're doing Crimas Ellie. After all that, talk about racism, we're gonna do Crimas Ellie. And I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna use the symmetry ruler because this is the most unsymmetrical face in the world, and I want symmetry. Damn it! I want symmetry. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Man, this whole limb is just not symmetrical at all. Faces don't need to be symmetrical. Ah, yeah, sure. What do you say, bud? Faces aren't symmetrical in real life. In art, they kind of have to be, though. Because the asymmetry is done in such a way where art, like, can't mimic it in a way that, like, really accurately works. The art has to be symmetrical. Also, I'm just from Weenie Hut Jr. I'm Weenie. Okay, let's get a layer below this layer, and let's just have that layer be white. Actually, let's make her a different color. I don't like that she's this color. It's hard to work with. Can I just make her like red or something? Yeah, yeah, red. Actually, the red is a little bit hard to go over. So is that. Maybe the red's fine. The white, like, turns it black, and the red actually keeps it red. That's weird. If I were to do cyan, what would that do? Yeah, that's weird. The other ones kind of turn it black, but the red, like, keeps it red. Okay, I guess we're sticking with the red. Got it. It's okay. Let me do this one. Yeah, that sounds about right. The people who criticize you don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. This erase person's face, I don't draw a new one, duh. Yeah. That sounds about right. Teachers half the time I'm learning don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just doing what they were taught to teach you, which is means they don't actually fully know because they just got as a curriculum. And the curriculum is never wrong. As we all know, the curriculum is never wrong. It was the pencil that I like to use on my tablet. Hold on. I want to do a thing. But I use different tools between each thing. And I want to see which one I use on my tablet that I did for another drawing that I think would look really good here. But I have to check what it is. I don't even think I have all the pens I do on my tablet as I do here. Yeah, I don't even have all the pens on my tablet as I do here. Okay, what is this one? Oh, the pencil I'm using is downloaded. Oh, fuck me. Why did I do that? Do I happen to have it on here, though? Looks like it's Korean. Do I have that pen on here? It's not looking like it. Okay, so my favorite pen I don't have access to because you cannot connect your tablet resources with your... Okay. I have two tablets. I have a Samsung tablet. That's my primary drawing one. And then I have this Uji tablet, which is when I stream pretty much at this point because it's not very good. It just be like that. Okay. I wanted like a nice pencil-y line outline for it. I wonder if I can find one that's good. Me, when white Canadian woman that moved to my country to become an educator became the main native study teacher instead of a native. Yeah, that sounds about right. What the education system would do. Honestly, that sounds about right. It's like here in the States, they'll be like, and then, this guy did this thing, and then racism ended. And I'm like, it never ended, you stupid piece of shit. That's what education is like here. And then it was all gone. And slavery was abolished. Slavery was never abolished. It still exists in the prison system in many, 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 many states. But yeah, live in a world of disbelief. Just live in a world of illusions. Illusions. And then everyone clapped. A bug report to Trade Fire, but the Discord is a ghost town, and he hasn't posted his Twitter since Salesforce, so I can't guarantee he'll ever be. Welp! It'd be like that. This is actually pretty nice. If I can make it like maybe. Oh, it's really nice, except it's got this transparency that I really hate. You know what I mean? You don't go transparent. Can you just like stay? Oh no, it's over. Okay. It's gonna go transparent. And that's that. Oh, but it's got such a nice texture. Like, imagine like the fluff. The fluff, this texture. Wouldn't that be such a nice line? The fluff, this texture? Yeah. Well, maybe if I just like copy and paste it and just save it over itself like a million times, that'll do it. Surely, if I just copy and paste it over itself a million times, that'll do it. That's got such a nice texture. I love that a lot. Oh man, I love the textures of brushes. Yeah, people forget modern prisons, especially in the US, are using slavery. Absolutely, which is probably why we have a high incarceration rate where everyone's just like, hey, let's create crime and then we can arrest people and now we can have, you know, slave labor, and that's just what we do here. And I should get off this topic before Twitch kicks my ass. Let's talk about something else. Dude, this is half my favorite oil. My favorite brushy. I don't think it does. Does my tablet have different... My Samsung tablet have different brushes? Is that what's happening here? No, please don't let that be true. Let me grab it again. No. I love this brush. Is it Samsung locked exclusive? Do I need to start hooking up my Samsung tablet to my computer and start streaming from that? To do art the way I want to? Is that what's happening here? Okay, what's it called? What's it called? It's called Wet Blotting Ink Under India. Okay. Wet Blotting Ink Under India. Okay, thank God I have it. I was about to have a heart attack. But like, really, none of my brushes. This one, I am becoming very partial to wet blotting ink. I really like how it functions in terms of coloring an area, because it goes like this. And I just think that looks fab. But we're not doing that right now. California even explicitly voted against ban. Yeah, that sounds right. When is the next Cult of the Lamb stream? I don't actually know. I have to think about when that will be. You guys like that? You like that? You want to be Cult of the Lamb? You want to be a little guy that I definitely do not torture and imprison and in bars and then feed like dirt? You like that? I want Cult of the Lamb, but the premium is... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, I noticed I have this funny thing I do whenever I draw Ellie. So Ellie accurately, you know, has her hair like, you know, like how it is. And then her thing is up here, right? They're up high. It's up high. But I don't register it up here because my brain tells me that her thing, I look at this and I go, that's an ear. So I always stick it down here because I look at it and go, that's an ear. Those are her ears. And I'm saying, especially when I was looking at her 3D model, I'm like, man, those aren't ears, are they? Those aren't ears. I thought they were ears for a long time. I thought those were her ears. I don't think they're her ears, actually. And a weapon she will end you without hesitation. What are you talking about, Tato? I would never do that. Why are you spreading lies? Why? You know, does Ellie even have ears? Does she have ears? Is her hair covered up? I've never seen them. I got two very different messages here. Yes, she does, and she does not. Now I play Ready or Not like a great. I play Ready or Not like a good person. Hold on, just a moment. This is gonna be the strangest thing I ever ask this woman. Ellie, do you have ears? Sorry, this question looks so weird, but I realized I don't actually know if your model has ears or not. Okay. I'm gonna die. Alright, let's do this. Man. I like how on this side it's like lined up, but on this side it's not, actually you can't even tell where I'm pointing. The right side is lined up, the left side is not. Sending, click that link by the way. I'm scared. But you told me to click it, so it's not a bad. I'm scared. What am I gonna look at? It's what? Does someone have that as a tattoo? What? Why? 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 Why actually? Why? I mean, you could have done anything. You could have done anything. I think I actually had a weird brush like that at one point, though. I downloaded one of those funky brushes once. Piece of art is made with that brush. Oh no. Please tell me they just drew Bart with Bart. Please let it be Bart. They drew that with the Bart brush? Are you sure? I drew that with the... Oh my god, I feel like I can see the Bart in the Bart. This is horrible. Oh no. They drew Bart with... They drew the Bart brush. They used the Bart. Why? Oh my god. Why? Why? You know, like... Why? Why? It's a beautiful piece of artwork, but why? You know, this like... Do you ever like stop and go, why am I doing this? You ever think you should stop and start to question what you're doing? Like, is this really what I should be doing with my life right now? I'm just saying, you know, there are options. There's like things you could do and things you like could not do. Like, you know. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Bow, 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 bow. Oh, speaking of Ellie, by the way, I finally watched her New Year's stream because very hilariously, at the same time she went into VR chat on New Year's Eve, so New Year's Day at the same time technically, to celebrate the New Year with her friends. I also went into VR chat to celebrate New Year with my friends at the exact same time as her. So I only knew she had started streaming right when I left because I took my thing off left and I went, okay, so what's going on in the internet world? And I see, oh, Ellie started streaming the New Year thing at the same time I happened to go on. Okay, is she still going? And then like I twitched and it's like, stream ended 2 minutes ago. My god damn it, we did it at the exact same time. I had no shot of watching that. Literally start to finish, we matched time slots on that. It was so funny to me. But I saw it later. It was pretty chill. It's just the funniest thing to me that we had the exact same idea of what to do for New Year's. Well, you celebrate with your internet friends, obviously. This is less complaining about, oh, I missed it, I'm so sad, and more of just, I think it's funny that we did the same thing at the same time. I just think that's really funny. You can tell this art is old because her hair is like super chunky like this and not like, you know, like this, which is how I'm starting to do it now, which is like more accurate. I just did everything like big chunk, you know? That's just kind of how I operated when I started drawing her. Like, how big and round can I make every single piece of the element of her? Make it big and round. Sunny's early art where everything was big and round. This brush is a little bit difficult to use, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't taper off to small, it just tapers off to less. Normally when you want your brush to like let go, you want it to get smaller, but it's not really getting smaller, it just gets less. That means there's no line weighting on this. It's kind of difficult. Do I want to keep using this brush? Is there a better brush I can use than this one? This one's... It's very beautiful. We will admit, this is a very lovely brush, but like... Oh, this is difficult. It also, most likely, is slightly transparent, which means I have to do a lot of under... You know, maybe we should not use this brush. Maybe we should... This brush is like not lit. Let's maybe not use this one. I'm realizing the errors I'm gonna have with this. Let's not use that brush. I'm realizing the problem with using a slightly transparent brush, like something like this, is like, here, you can even see it. You can see the colors under it. So when you do the undercoloring, you have to start like matching up under the line art, and that's not really something that you want to have to do. And if you make mistakes and you put this over like, because there's a slight transparency to it, right? And you put it on like a website or something, something on that might actually show that transparency through in a way you don't want it to look. Having a transparent line art is really quite bad. And I don't want to have to layer and layer and layer and layer and layer and layer until the brush loses all meaning. So let's just do a different brush. As pretty as that brush is, let's do a different one. I would like a different pencil brush if possible. If not, I'll just use my usual of, this is the saddest brush I've ever had, and I'll use it kind of brush. But I would prefer to not deal with transparencies. Realize the error of my ways. I sure did. Okay, what's a good... That's not... Oh, it helps if I zoom in, actually, so I can see what I'm drawing with. No. 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 Maybe? Not really seeing a lot of transparency on this. Now there's some transparency on it. Let's put that back to 3. Maybe I should just use a regular old brush. I'm not happy with my... I don't like that at all. Oh, I hate that. This is like the fucking Bart brush. Oh yeah, this is one I like because there's no transparency, but it still has that kind of like texture to it. I do like tapered brush. My blood splat brush. Oh, by the way, another reason why I need a new tablet and I need to try to make enough money on my art this year is that you see how my mouse is hovering over the scroll bar? Yeah, my actual pen is actually hovered over the brushes themselves. It's not calibrated correctly. And I recalibrated it and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It miscalibrates from the corners down to the center. The closer I am to the middle, the more calibratedly accurate it is. The farther I go into the corners, the more it's like misaligned completely. Yeah. I'm so gross. Parents bullied me out of getting an art tablet. You should have gotten the art tablet. Yeah, I have things I need to buy. I hate that. I have to buy things with money. Why can't I just not buy them with money? Can I just buy them with, like, pastries? I'll make pastries and then give me the art tablet. That's no good. That's no good. That's no good. I might go with my tapered brush, my usual. Meow, 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 meow. I mean, that was okay. I like textury. That's okay. How's it look if I did it to 30? Oh, that's got a kind of nice look to it. Okay, what if we compared it to this at 30? We got that versus that. Nah, the first one's better because of the way it tapers off. It doesn't, like, disappear completely. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah. This is good. This is good. This is going to make this way easier. Okay. I just don't want to spend like 3 hours on line art today. Nobody likes 3. I mean, I actually do, but like most people don't like 3 hours on line art. See, now we're getting this thing called like line weighting that I prefer. Now we're getting this thing called line weighting. See, I can actually have like for those who don't know, for some reason, line weighting is the thickness of the line at each point of the drawing. Like, for example, these thick parts versus these thin parts. That helps determine, basically, I mean, I guess you could say the weight, but also the depth and the thickness and volume of a drawing. There's a lot of different ways you can do line weighting. You can do, like, in very specific, calculated ways. You can do it in nonsensical ways. My opinion is the most important part is that you do it at all, as opposed to not doing it. Like, do it at all somewhere. By God, do line weight. So for line weight, I tend to do a method a lot of artists do, where the start point of the hair is thick and the end point of the hair is thin. And what that's telling the audience is that right here, there's a large cluster of something. There's a large cluster of hair, and that creates this thickness. So you add this thick line weight to sort of invoke that feeling of that thick volume, versus here where it thins out because there's very little hair at the bottom and you're trying to show a lack of volume. And that's being done in all parts of the drawing, to be honest. It's one of my preferred methods is to use weight to show the volume of things, how much of it, and also sometimes how forward something is. But sometimes I will also use it to show the material of something. If something is got a rock solid material, I will do a thick line like this. But if something is a bit more light and fluffy, I will tend to jump to more like delicate light lines to show that this object is lighter. So for like this fluff, I would probably pick like some more, light lines with it. Whereas like if it's for feet, I tend to like do more stiff because shoes are like a lot stiffer than fluff. There's a lot of ways you could do line art. There's no wrong way to do line art. The only wrong way is not doing it at all. I mean, like line weight on line art. The wrong way to do line weight is not do line weight at all. Please do line weights. That's your art tip for the day. Just do it, damn it. Oh, this pen has a really hard time doing... Actually, it's probably not this pen. It's probably this damn tablet. It has a hard time with line weights compared to my Samsung one. Which is basically a funny way of me saying that not only is the calibration starting to deteriorate, but the pressure sensitivity is also starting to deteriorate, because I don't have this kind of weight problems on my Samsung tablet, but I sure do have them here. Not much for drafts. Line art is enough for me. Fair enough. Some people try to even avoid line art entirely, so fair enough, you're doing it. See, what I'm doing with my hand is I'm like gently tampering it off, but the tablet's not registering it, which means that pressure sensitivity on here is deteriorating as well as the everything on it. But I have a goal this year of getting my VGen account up, and I want to make enough money to buy myself a new tablet. And I always say that you get the digital tablet when you earn it with your art money, and I think I can pull that off this year. I mean, I made like close to enough this last year compared to this year. I made close to enough, and I wasn't even had my commissions open. People were just coming to me to commission me, like, of their own free will. So I think if I like actually open them, I could probably pull it off. If we actually open it, we do some sample pieces and open the damn art commissions, we might be able to get cart commissions. Who would have thought? But yeah, it's just little things in art like that. If you look at like other people's art online, after you like know the little tips and the little tricks, you'll start to notice them, that people do them, and you're like, ah. And then your mind will be expanded, and then art will be ruined for you forever, because it won't be this magical unicorn of a thing, because you're going to be able to start dissecting it, and it's not going to be magical anymore. So if you wanted to stay magical, don't listen to me. The moment you actually start learning what you're doing, the magic is kind of gone. Everything's magical when you don't know how it works. The moment you know how it works, the magic is just lost everything. It's just completely gone. Not saying you can't be impressed. Not saying you can't be like wowed. But there's no magic. You're not like, how did they do that? You know exactly how they did that. You're just like, wow, that they did do that. But the magic's completely just eradicated from the face of the earth. Knowing is kind of a little bit mean like that. Knowing how to do things really can fuck up, like, how you experience life. And I'm one that says just learn how to do everything. But, like, it does fuck up how you experience life, in my opinion. I mean, like, V2, like, live 2D rigging was pretty magical to me until I learned how to do it. The magic's gone. Sometimes, well, sometimes it's not. Sometimes they did something and I cannot even fathom how they did it, and I'm like, well, that's magical. You did magic. Let me save. No, I'm not saving this as a JPEG. I'm saving this as a Clip Studio format. Thanks. Getting a sticky table header is the new bane of my existence. What is that? You have a couple friends that really want to commission you and Car, but they're too shy to contact directly. Make them contact indirectly or something. Well, actually, they have to, because payment. Solution. Sunny becomes a magical girl. If I become the magic. But then the magic won't be magic, will it? Because I don't know how it works. And then all the fun is lost. We can't have that, can we? Magic the Gathering, very true. I haven't played Magic the Gathering in eons. I should really fix that. I ask for comp prices because they'll DM me being like, hey, you know this artist, right? Message me so. But, I mean, if they're nervous, you could get them to join my Discord first, Tato, and then they can see, like, what a total loser I am, and then they won't be nervous anymore. They'll be like, oh, she's She's kind of a ding-dong. Yeah, this is just a normal person. And they can mount that car, guards in there too. We'll just get into a voice chat and they can realize we're a bunch of ding-dongs and they'll be like, just a normal girl. Like, yeah. She's just normal. She's average. See, because it only tapers off, like, at the end bit. Like, if I had just, like, my... Yeah, it's just not doing a very good job. Don't say a mean joke. I guess you already did say a mean joke. Okay. You know, I also don't understand why some people are like, it's Sunny. She's that cool streamer girl of the internet. You guys realize I'm a nobody still, right? Do your friends realize that I'm kind of like literally just a nobody? And if I were to suddenly stop streaming, there's not anyone in like the VTubing sphere that would really notice. Like, I'm small. Maybe not a total nobody, but I'm small. You're not a nobody. True. But in the VTubing sphere of the whole, I'm not like a freaking Doki bird or anything. Good gravy. I'm not trying to like... I'm not trying to me myself. I'm just being realistic. I'm just being realistic. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl with a Miku addiction. And possibly small is how some of my Oshis are described. True. My Oshi's the biggest streamer of all. That's my problem. I should throw my money at card and center them hands together like a... No. I know what your financial situation is like, and my answer is no. Don't do that. You and Pork are like both banned from throwing money at me. I know what your financial situation is like. No. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of features. Aww. Card, you know what Oshi means. Do you know? I felt like Gura was your Oshi. Because I know you've watched her because Shark. It's too bad we lost Gura as a VTuber. But it sure is nice that we have this new VTuber that sounds exactly like her in her place on YouTube. It sure is nice we got a new VTuber that sounds identical to her in her absence. Yeah, it's gonna be terrible for me. I'm gonna have like zero disposable income. How? My man, you're like made of money. How? It's the person you look up to in the community who also gets you into the... Shirley? Who is Shirley? Who is Shirley? Who's Shirley? Shirley Temple? Shirley Temple got me into VTubing when no one else could. Man, Shirley Temple was not a VTuber for as long as we would have hoped, but you know, we sure did enjoy her time while we got it. I hope Shirley Temple is being treated well now as a graduated VTuber. I'll miss Shirley Temple's streams. I think we'll all miss Shirley Temple's streams. Well, I mean, I guess then I would be your Oshi card, which is weird because I'm your bestie. My Oshi's Iron Mouse, I'm so sorry. I watched my Oshi's Iron Mouse and Ellie. Iron Mouse got me into VTubing, and Ellie's the only reason I have a community. Yeah, we're talking about Shirley Temple being our Oshi. Isn't Shirley Temple your VTuber Oshi, Maple? I mean, Shirley Temple's everyone's VTuber Oshi. All of it is going paying off retirement accounts and allocated savings that I can't. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm stupid, man. I just shove money into my checking and I go, yeah. I'm not stupid. I'm not smart enough to know what those things are. I don't know what you're talking about. How do you have to pay off money you have? I don't understand. My Oshi is Vinny Vine Sauce. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to DM me that. Oh, correct. I'm says on Shirley there. Yeah, Shirley's our Oshi. I mean, it's mainly Bo and Ellie. Of course. Bo is great. I have no idea how he can talk for that long. And I will just still go on and on about that. I'm impressed that he can talk for such a long time. And everyone's like, it's just like because he likes hearing himself. And I'm like, no, that's not what's going on here. This is a hardcore skill he's got. This is more than just enjoying hearing your own voice. There is some real talent, real skill going on in that. You know, the brush never does what you want it to do. It's like, but what if it was blobby? But what if we erased in a weird way? What if you behaved, brush? What have you thought about that? What if you behaved? Have you thought about behaving for me? Have you thought about behaving? Tax advantage accounts, money in a family, stock investments, also to pay off my car. Okay, I don't fully understand what those are. I don't know what a tax advantage account is. I don't know what a stock investment is. I'm not smart. I don't have the money to even be able to think about what those things are. I don't even have the ballpark and money to be able to think about whatever those things are. Vinny's Tomodachi Life series. Oh. Enjoy hearing my own voice, but I like feeling it. What does that mean? What do you mean feeling your own voice? What does that mean? You're gonna have to explain to me what that one means. The vibration. What? What? You do you. I don't understand. You do you. You do you. I don't understand. But you do you. Does someone else know what they're talking about? Every time I hear record my own voice is shit true. I think I sound. How do you think that I feel? That I had to do my debut stream and then I had to listen to myself to see how well I did. And I talk for hours. My job is my hideous voice. And it's not a great voice. My voice, what I don't like about it is it has this kind of like undertoned low throat rasp to this, it has this back sound to it. I think if that was gone, it would actually be pretty all right. But this low throat raspy sound in the back just ruins it, in my opinion. When I hear it, I'm like, what is this raspy sound at the bottom? It's awful. Good gravy. Like, that just kills it. If I talk a bit more high like this, that raspy sound's gone. But, like, I talk through my throat, obviously. And so this is rasp at the end of it. I'm like, oh, that sounds bad. Ugh. Ew. Better than common. Well, I'd rather sound cute. You know, when you're watching a streamer, you have to like what they sound like, and people tend to gravitate towards female voices that sound cute, and mine doesn't. So that's a little upsetting to me. I don't have that cute streamer voice that I really was hoping I had, but I guess I don't. Yeah. My whole career is my voice, and it's not a very good one. I could sound cuter, but thank you, though. Normally, I would say to that thank you for lying to my face, but I'm just gonna say thanks. Because I feel like saying thank you for lying to my face is just gonna be rude in this instance. 500 92 other people who sound like that, though. Not many people who sound like you. Well, but the cute is cute. You know, the cute is cute. Don't you want to sound cute? I want to sound cute. I wish I had a cute voice. That's not a very good line. Yeah. I can't make my VTuber rig too cute either, because if I make it super cute, the voice is not gonna match it. Cause it's like, hi, my name is Neko Girl Pink Rainbow Sunshine. I sound like a baby, and that's just how they sound, I guess. Not all of them, of course, but that's generally how they sound. And then there's just fucking me. That sounds like a high school girl starting to hit adolescence, and I'm like, Maple, your voice fits your model. I always wonder if mine fits mine. I always contemplate this, because, like, is my model too cute? Do I need to, like, adult my model up a little bit, or, like, I don't know. I just don't have that cute girl voice, you know? Q-Dial has the cutest voice. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Sunny is cute, so cute, mom. Okay, I'll take. You have this cute little emo on your username, actually. What is that? Alone? Nah, you're never alone. You got all us, not alone. Yeah, but I think your voice actually fits your model quite well. I think it fits quite well indeed. I think a lot of people would agree on that it does actually fit really well. I don't know why it fits, it just kind of does. It's just the vibe. I think it's just the vibe of, like, how you talk and then how the model looks, and it just has this whole vibe to it. I don't really know how to explain it other than it's the vibes. It's just the vibes. Fair. Boys, because I don't sound like people think I'm a 10-year-old boy if I join. Yeah. The one downside to having a voice and being a woman is playing a game on the internet. You'll never win. If you have a slightly immature voice, they're like, what are you, a kid? If you have a high-pitched voice, they're like, you're a man disguising to be a woman for attention. And then if you have, like, a more adult, like, female voice, they're like, mommy. Like, literally, it doesn't matter what your range is. If you're a woman and you have a voice, you lose. If you're a woman and you have a voice, you lose. You lose by default. You've just lost. Woman with voice, you've lost. I don't make the rules. Never play COD on voice with a woman. Never actually play any game on a voice chat as a woman. I've learned my lesson on that one. I've learned my lesson on playing games and telling people I was a girl. Bad things have happened. Elle's meeting mommy. I think I'll lose my shit. Didn't Ellie and Minnie and everyone else just talk about that on a stream recently, where someone had called Minnie, like, mommy or something? Like, IRL, and she about lost her fucking mind? I think that already happened. I'm sorry. I think that happened. It was Minnie, right? I think it was Minnie that it happened to, and I'm like, wow, that's all right. Yeah, no, I made the mistake once, though, of I was playing Mabinogi. I was getting into Mabinogi, right? This was many years ago. And I joined a guild because they were helping me out with, like, okay, this is, like, the equipment, this is that to get you going, because, like, they were happy that anyone was playing at all. Like, if you're a new player on Mabinogi, people, like, try to snatch you up as fast as possible because they're happy that someone is actually on the game. So I got into Mabinogi many years ago, and everyone was delighted about that. There was a new player. Holy shit, fresh meat. What do you want? It's like Christmas. If you're a new player, it's like Christmas. And Um, I had mentioned to the guild I had joined that I was a girl. Probably because they were thought funny that I was like ecstatic over like some of the. They took me to like a town that like had allowed player shops, and I was ecstatic by some of the items, and I was like, oh yeah, sorry, I like these cute things. You know, I'm a girl, and I kind of like tend to lean to these really cute girly things or something like that. I don't actually remember. It just came up in conversation. I think it was that. And the first thing that happened when I mentioned I was a girl on a game on the internet, was the owner of this guild immediately started making suggestive jokes and comments nonstop. He wouldn't stop talking about tits around me. And he was like laughing in chat, like, I have no idea why I'm talking about tits so much. He would not shut the fuck up. And was just getting really inappropriate. And so I never logged on again. And so I made another account on Mabinogi. And another new player was showing me a few things with like skills. Like different areas, like different things you can do with different skills. And they're like, okay, so like this is that with that. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks a lot. I'm catching up pretty quickly. I didn't really need their help for that long. They're just giving me some tidbits because if you're a new player on Mabinogi, this is what happens. And I, once again, was an idiot and learned nothing my last time and mentioned that I was a girl. I am so stupid. Why do I even say I'm a girl on the internet when I play an online game? And then they took me to, like, they're like, hey, there's this area that can, like, refill, like, the stamina and, like, your charge slots and all that, whatever else, you know, whatever it was, on Mabinogi. And I was like, okay, cool. And they're like, it's this hot spring area. You stay in for about 30 seconds. It'll reset all of those. It's a free teleport, and you can free teleport back exactly where you were last time. So basically, you can, like, heal and charge everything up and then go back where you were. But, like, if you're in a fight, like, that's obviously going to be canceled. You can't, like, free heal mid-fight. But you can free heal mid-area. And I was like, that's super useful. Yeah, tell me where that is. That's very helpful. I didn't know that was a feature. They don't advertise that on this game that you can do that. It's hard to know what is available to do on Mabinogi because they just won't fucking tell you. So they took me there, and I was watching the things, everything filled back up, and I was like, oh, this is sick as hell. This is going to be so helpful. And instead of being like a normal person, you know, just helping someone out with Mabinogi, instead of being like fucking normal, the very first thing they do when we arrive in this area is they immediately start trying to smut roleplay with me the moment we get in. And I'm like, hey bud, I gotta go, actually. I left dinner on the oven. I'm like, oh, but can't you just stay just a minute? And then, like, inserts little star, touches your arm, little star, and just stay here with me. I'm like, I gotta go, bud. And then I never logged on again. Just the whole game. I never logged on again. That was it. I was done. I've had bad times saying I'm a woman in a video game. And then they're like, why don't girls like play games more? Say that they're women, and like, this is how people behave. It's how they behave. This is why we can't do that. Hey, why don't women play my video game more? You're scary. There are women playing. They're just not telling you they're a woman. There are women there, but they're not going to say it. I learned my lesson the hard way. I'm never going to do that again. Oh my goodness, good gravy. That was, yeah. Remember, there are girls playing the games. They're just not telling you that they're girls. Because stuff like this happens. Because there's some absolute dumbass that just can't help themselves, I guess. Those people playing around as men either. Those guys are just suck ass. Yeah, I believe it. I 100% believe it. I mean, this isn't an issue of just men behave like this to women. This is an issue of these guys literally just suck. In general. They're just not fun to be around. How can you have fun being around someone whose head is in the gutter 24/7 that they can't even like a normal human being around another human being? Like, there ain't no way. There's no way this is a nice person to be around. Have a couple women, people are pretty normal. I'm super selective about friends, and they usually listen. Okay, cool. Just looking for chill people. Yep. See, I've never played WoW. I've already won. The only WoW I've ever enjoyed being in was one that ran by a 50+ husband and wife duo, and they cracked down really hard on people being sexist. Yeah, that would convince me to be able to play WoW. I've not touched WoW or LOL. I'm in a group of. There you go. The most skill I've ever had to play tanks low and never hold aggro is okay. I played Paladin, so I got pretty good at heal 3 tank deep. Okay. Well, yeah, remember, women play your games. They're not telling you they're women, though. They're scared. We just want to have a good time, you know? We just want to have a good time. We just want to be like one of the bros, you know? And just, like, enjoy a game. But there's always some asshole. There's always some asshole that's gotta ruin it for everyone. Like the asshole at one of the kitchens for the company I worked at that had to ruin playing music for everyone because they used to have it where we could play music at work in the kitchens, and that was pretty sick. But then some asshole decided to play songs with swears and suggestive content. So then we all got a message from the higher-ups saying we were not allowed to listen to music that we selected ever again. Someone's gotta ruin it for everyone. We were barred from tunes because some guy... Yeah, turn off voice chat and text chat is the way to live. Well, this is Palia, but sometimes I regret even having voice chat up in Palia because people can't behave in that game either. Not in that they act like sexist and weird, they just don't know how to be nice players to each other. This is Lily's theme, right? No, this is Lake. I'm an idiot. Oh, no. No, this is more past that. No, this is Lily's theme. Okay, I'm not an idiot. Not even a warning first? No, they just said, fuck your tunes. You can voice chat in Splatoon? Oh, I would never do that. I'm sorry, there's too many kids in Splatoon. I would lose my mind. I would never voice chat in Splatoon. Never will I ever. I got limits on my mental health for that one. That line is not coming out good. Yeah, that doesn't look right. I'm breaking art rules if I have that line up right there. Let's try not doing that. No. Yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that looks fine. Enough. Let's just spruce up some of these corners out. Yeah, put decorations up in the attic, but not the tree. If you leave the tree open, it will Christmas forever. What's mental health? Never heard of it. Yeah, I know, man. Listen, we all know. We all know. You ain't special for not knowing what mental health is. We all know, man, where your mental health is. We know. We all know. I want to raise my mental health this year. I want to be healthy. I want to be mentally healthy, mentally well. That's going to be an absolute challenge, but we're going to try. But I think doing stuff makes me feel better. I think we just as humans like to do things, and I think if I do things, I will instinctively feel better because I did things. Which probably sounds weird, but like, I think if you do things, you feel better for doing things that you want to do. Like, doing this makes me feel better because I'm doing a thing that I want to do. And then I feel better, and I'm spending time with all of you. And then I feel better. Oh, good God. Come on, arm. Come on, it's coming perfect. It's coming out perfect. Come on. Oh, I fucked up at the last little bit. That's fine. We can erase it and continue on from there. It's fine. It's Daijobu. We can repair the damage. We can repair the damage. Man, I was just thinking about VTubers, how the #1 argument you hear against VTubers is that all female VTubers are just men pretending to be women for attention. And I think that comes down to one thing. One core concept that people feel about VTubers is that, or just streamers in general, is that they cannot believe that a female streamer would be successful because a lot of people have a hard time believing in success from a woman. I see this with Mouths all the time. She's like very successful, and they're like, "Well, they're a man. Like, you think they're successful because they're a man? You can't actually believe a woman can." It's just stupid dude bros on the internet. Can't comprehend a woman can be successful. Stupid dude bros on the internet. They must be a guy, because otherwise they'd have to accept the fact that there's a girl doing good. No, wait, shit, we can't have that. It's like, women are people. Man, I'm going into rants about things that are not nice topics. What if we, like, what if I just switched topic into something nicer? If I just switch into a nicer topic, what if we talked about nicer things? We've talked about, like, sexism and racism today. These are not nice topics. New topic, favorite dino. I actually have a favorite dino. It's the Lawneck. It is the best shaped dinosaur in the whole world. Here, let me draw it for you if you guys don't know what this dino is. There are so many Pokemon from this dino. It is the best dino in the whole world. Look at this dino. It goes like this, and then it has this long neck, and it has, like, these stubby feet, which is, like, incredible in my opinion. And it's like that. This is the best dinosaur in the whole world. And any dinosaur that is this shape is the best dinosaur in the whole world. This is the best dinosaur. This is the top tier dinosaur. There is no dinosaur better than this dinosaur. I do not make the rules. This is the highest quality. Dinosaur does not get better than this dinosaur. This is the best dinosaur in the entire universe. There are so many Pokemon based off this dinosaur. This was like one with these leaf wings, and it has like bananas hanging from its neck, and that's pretty sick. And you have like Meganium, and it has like these antennas and stuff, and like a flower, and you know, that's pretty sick. And they have like the Aurora one that has like these like little auroras here, and like that's pretty sick. And they have like so many Pokemon off this dinosaur, and I think it's because it is the best dinosaur, and the whole gosh darn wide world. It's the best dinosaur, and it's the best dinosaur. Yes. This is the best dinosaur. My friend got me a chicken nugget dinosaur plushie of this dinosaur, and I love it very much. Because it's the best dinosaur. I don't know what you said, but yeah. I'm sure it was very sweet. I don't understand, but maybe one day I will. Dinosaur propaganda. Absolutely dinosaur propaganda. It's the best dinosaur. And I should just do a drawing of just all of this dinosaur, but like the Pokemon that are based off of this dinosaur and be like, look, Nintendo will understand. They keep doing it over and over because it's such a good shape. It's good shape. Ah, you just spoke English right now. Don't worry, it's fine. You can communicate. Wait, if you don't know English, then you don't know what I'm saying if I tell you this. But you could always talk through emotes. Some people do that. Some people talk through emotes. I know you don't know what I'm saying, but you can use the emotes. You could speak it through emotes if that's gonna make it hard for you. So you can speak through emotes. If that works for you, that is. You can speak it through emotes, whatever. If that works as a form of communication. I want everyone to feel like they can talk here. I only get a little scared if someone speaks non-English because I don't know if they're insulting me or not. I don't know if they're being mean or not. What if they're being meaner and I don't know that they're being a meaner? But I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable speaking their language at the same time. Like what? I can't speak my speaketh? Like, it's a difficult game to try to balance. I want you to feel comfy speaking your speaketh, but also, what if someone says a meaner and I don't know they're saying a meaner? What if someone's being rude and I don't know? That's where it becomes tricky. But we're drawing, hello, we're doing EllieMinibot. We're drawing her as, her Christmas outfit. Well, not her Christmas outfit, a Christmas outfit that I've done of her a year ago, and I'm actually inking it like I said I would a year ago. A year ago, I said I would ink this, and then I didn't, so we're doing it now. The best time was a year ago. The second best time is right now. Don't be a meaner. Don't be a meaner. No meaner. Yeah, emotes. We can talk in emotes. I want everyone to feel comfy. This also includes me. Don't be meaner. No meaner. I like the way this hair lays more. I love all these emotes. I want to join too. I want to add an emote. I want to add an emote. I have a special emote, actually. I have the most special of emotes, actually. I have a super special emote, and I'm pretty sure most everyone here has this emote, actually, because we all jumped for it the moment when we realized what was happening a few days ago before Crimas. I'm pretty sure we all have this emote. Yeah, you know the one? You knew what I was talking about before I put it. That special emote. A lot of us are like, oh shit, it's happening. We gotta get that emote. We gotta be like, this emote is literally the way to say I was there. I'm so sorry, Tato. Emote be like, I was there. I hope this makes you feel more comfy. I hope this makes you more comfortable. Desyatiliki. I hope I said that right. I hope I pronounced that right. Maybe I should talk a little more slow and a little more enunciated so they can understand better. I think that would be nice. Superior emote? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about superior emote. It's a really good emote, though. It's a really good emote. But, like, it's just me. It's just little old me. Nah, talk 5 times faster so no one can understand. Okay. I can definitely do that. So anyways, I'm drawing a little Christmas Ellie, and I hope you guys are really enjoying it. And, you know, I'm really glad that you guys are actually enjoying spamming a whole bunch of emails so that this one user that is talking to linguists that I don't understand and I can't even tell what language it is actually at all feels more comfortable. So, I hope we all have a good time together, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying, because I'm not sure if I can fully understand what I'm saying as I'm talking at the speed of an absolute bullet. But, I'm sure there's somebody here that can understand what I'm saying, and I'm really happy to see all these emote spams, and I'm glad that I was able to participate. And I'm so sorry for the people who weren't able to get that one Neurosalm emote, but I'm glad for all of us who could, and that we were all there. And I'm sure for the people that didn't even get it, they were there too, and it's really great. Did you get all that? Oh, you can understand it? I didn't actually go fast enough. I didn't go fast enough. That's what I'm learning. I failed you guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't go fast enough, and I failed all of you. I failed you all. Why is there butt shaking happening in this chat? Why they're butt shaking? Why are you butt shaking? You like the soup song I sent you? Wasn't it? You said, oh, it was a song. It was definitely a song. It was a song of all time. I did, in fact, listen to it twice. It did happen. It did go into my ear holes. It was definitely, could be considered music. It was definitely a song. It took me so long to figure out why you sent me that. And then I remembered my Discord bio is just soup, because I just really like soup. And then I understood that's why you sent me it, was because my Discord bio is just the word soup over and over. I did that as a joke because everyone has these like really elaborate bios, and I'm like, man, I don't got time for that shit. So soup, 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 soup. That's my bio. To pester people, I send them songs by Hank Trill. I don't know who that is. Fly me to the goon. Isn't it Fly Me to the Moon? What is this, like one of those alternate lyric ones that's like horrible? Mine about me is just, this is in fact about you. Well, that reminds me, there will be better tracking on my face soon, because I need a job. I need actual money going into my bank. Which means I need to not be using my primary phone for streaming, because what if I get a call about getting a job interview while I'm streaming? That would be bad. So I'm gonna have to invest in that iPhone whether I like it or not. So I can have two separate phones, one for tracking, because like, if I get a call while streaming for a job interview, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna mute. But like, dismantling my phone and bringing it over and having to stop the tracking and then resetting up while I'm streaming is not gonna be a pleasant experience for anybody involved. It'd be better if they were just two separate phones. Also, what if I don't even hear the call? What if I get the job, but I don't even hear the call to accept that I get a job? I've literally been living life on the edge the past half a year doing this in the way that I'm doing this. This is literally just my primary phone. I'm not smart. So I will invest in a good phone. Well, you're listening to Pokemon right now. So now you're listening to stuff other than just Ellie songs. Whether you like it or not. But yeah, we'll get some better tracking sometime soon here because I need work and I need to not be using my phone, my primary phone, for also streaming. That's a bad idea. I've been doing things I should not be doing. I was turned down for my dream job the other day, so she's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. That freaking, sucks balls, actually. I'm sorry. Man, you've been having a lot of misses this year, I feel like, with the things you've typed in the Discord chat that have been happening. I hope 2026 comes around and is very good to you. I feel like 2025 was not very good to you. I feel like 2025 owes you big time. I feel like 2025 owes a lot of us big time. I feel like it owes a lot of us big time. Yeah, 25 was barely good for anyone, really. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I even, when I was listing off all the things that happened of all time last year, I also forgot things like I had passed a gallstone. I was doing fine. Thank God someone was doing okay. Yippee for someone that's out here just living and doing all right. Thank God. I am happy for you. We need someone out here to just be living like a normal life. And just like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, thank goodness that there's people who are making it, like, chillly and like, and just enjoying life. That's what we want to hear. The 20s have been a lot of suck in general. Random small-time USA is often immune to most issues. God, I sure wish you were right. I wish you were right about that. You sure ain't, but... Small town USA definitely get hit by issues. Holy God, do we get hit by issues? Even though, according to a Hallmark movie, Small Town USA is the best town USA. And if you're a woman, you should give up your career and just live as a housewife with a man, according to every Hallmark Christmas movie. But, like, no, Small Town USA can get hit hard. Small Town USA can get hit real hard when it gets hit. I've started some self-improvement in 2025, so I felt like I was pulling myself together as everything else around me fell apart. Yeah, that's actually what 2025 felt like for me, too. I did some, a lot of improvement in my life. I guess quitting a shitty job was one of those things. Got streaming going. I got, I was selling art. I made some more steps on the Ellie stickers. I've made some more friends. I feel like I've been improving the quality of my life while literally my life and everything around it just keeps continuing to fall apart, like, horrifically. And I'm just, like, having to be stuck watching this happen as these things happen to me and be like, nah, I'm gonna do some commissions right now. I don't got time for this. I gotta do art commissions. That's kind of what 2025 felt like. You're trying really hard to make your life better while everything keeps blowing up. And you're like, nah, I don't got time for all these blow-ups. I gotta do this thing. I don't got time for that. Being an adult is just having everything blow up in your face and being like, well, anyways. Everything's blowing up, but anyways, I got shit to do. We don't got time for that blowing up stuff. I got stuff to do. I want to give up my career, live as a house husband. I'd have time to make roasts and home improvements. Oh my God, man. If I can actually make decent money off a job and VTubing and art commissions, I wouldn't mind having a house husband. And I'd be like, I'm done. And I'd be like, I made you a steak, babe. And I'd be like, you know how long that would have taken me to make that steak after all this shit? Oh my God. But this would imply we could afford steak, which I can't imagine a lifestyle where I can afford to just buy steak. I've eaten I've only cooked a steak once. I've only eaten it when the steak is given to me. Steak is expensive for like, steak is expensive. I want to be a housewife, which surprises people for some reason. Nah, that doesn't surprise me. It sounds like you just want a life where you can just be at home and just have everything be chill and relaxed, and you're just doing your house stuff, and it's just chill and calm. That's not surprising at all, actually. That's like the opposite of surprising, considering the voice calls we've been in where it's just loud. I'm like, yeah, I'm not shocked at all. You just want chill. Like, it's just me, and I'm just doing some dishes, and no one's bothering me. That sounds pretty freaking nice to me. That sounds pretty nice to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, see, this is no apologize. I understand where it's coming from. People are like, you want to be a housewife? Yeah, I want to chill. Meat's not too much when you're getting pepper steak and beef heart. I'm not gonna eat a beef heart. That scares me, and I hate pepper. I mean, I hate black pepper. It makes me cough. I don't like it. I don't like it. I've never liked black pepper. We're spiced. We could just cover and smother things in paprika. Why would we want black pepper? If pepper steak is black pepper, I automatically hate it. I just really hate black pepper. I think it's a 0 out of 10 spice, and I'm morally correct on that. I don't want to eat hearts. It scares the fuck out of me. But I mean, I don't like metallic-y tasting meat, so I probably won't like it. Oh, it's just the name of the cut of meat. Maybe I would like it. But we once got a Walmart delivery that was not for us, and they wouldn't take the food back, and we couldn't figure out who owned the food, and nobody came by. And, like, there was frozen colds things in it. We had to bring it inside, or it would go bad. So we ended up having a premium cut steak on our front door that we didn't buy. I was so stoked to eat a premium cut steak. I was in a chat with Card's uncle because I think of him as the steak man, the man that knows how to cook steak. So I got his help through the whole steak process. And somehow a miracle happened in that I managed to cook it to a perfect medium rare on my first try. It was such a good steak. I enjoyed it a lot. I got really lucky on that. It was really damn good. This will probably never happen again, but that was an experience I will remember. The random magical steak that showed up on my doorstep once. That we did not order, but they wouldn't take it back because, well, that's food, and it could, have something happen to it. So we can't take a food order back like, you brought it here! And we're like, we'll just take it to the house it belongs to. Well, we don't know where it belongs. You delivered it! You delivered it, and you don't know where it's supposed to go. Okay. Occasionally we get a Walmart order that's... Where did my pressure sensitivity go? Oh my god, it's gone. Oh no, oh crap. I hate this tablet. Oh, there it is. It's back. Okay. Sometimes my pressure sensitivity just disappears. Like I said, this tablet's like, it's fucking dying. I need to do art commission to afford a nice Wacom one. I know Wacom is like evil or something now, but it's the only thing that's going to fix some issues I'm having with my PC, with my tablet in general, too. It has to be a Wacom brand, which sucks. Oh, it's just one big... No.
Chaos Fire Dragoon cheered Dex 500 new tablet fund.
Thank you. New tablet fund. It will go right into the tablet, I swear. First, I need a lot of money in commissions. I'm spending money so I get cheap stuff for the most part. Sure. I mean, give me some juice up. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you so much. Yeah, this tablet loses pressure sensitivity sporadically, and I cannot predict when it comes back. It's a mystery. So you all have to just, when it loses sensitivity, you all just kind of have to bear with me. That sometimes I just can't draw for a little bit. It be like that. But we'll get through it. It be like that. I feel like I should be taking these things better. Like, instead of, I should just be like, heh, popcorn time. You know, I should just be like, I should be a good sport about it. I should really be a better sport about this. I mean, shit happens. I could at least, like, make a funny out of it. But most of us have different reasons for it. Mom is worried about them putting stuff in. I just get organic because they just taste better. It do taste better. It do taste better. I think it's because there's more nutrition in the organic. It's not like... I'm not against an organic food. I'm not against any other kind of food. Food is food and we need it to live. And if sometimes doing the weird stuff to the food means that some people get to eat it all, then so be it. As long as it's not, like, inherently, you know, like, adding anything toxic to the food. Obviously, I'm against that. But I know when you do so much to a crop, it starts to lose nutritional value, and that's where organic tends to come in. And that's where your savor, your flavor comes in. Organic is just going to taste better. Because it hasn't been processed in a weird way to where it's been so focused on producing as much of it as big as possible that some of the nutrition just gets lost in the process. Yeah, not usually flavor, but trying to give you as much food as quickly as possible so people do not starve in some areas. But sacrifices are made when you do that. I understand why it exists. I'm not condemning it for existing. I would just rather have organic if I have the option. Like, there's a reason why we do some of the things we do. That these can just CEO say, no, this isn't about CEO, Tato. I would actually say this one's not about CEO. This is just about food scarcity. And if you can do a thing where maybe nutrition value goes down a little bit or the flavor goes down, but you have a lot of it and people are actually eating, you're going to take that sacrifice. And they would all agree that they would too. If it means they get a fucking eek. Man, this is like so not symmetrical. Ah. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Genuinely, what I've heard is that a lot of the food is crops are the way they are is just to make sure people have food at all to eat. Wow, why is this crop modified to behave like this? You like eating? You like eating food when there's like a disease out? You like food and you would like to eat it? You would like to consume? Because, like, having things happen to crops where they all get disease and, like, fields and fields die, that's a thing. And sometimes, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do and rely on this other one that you're able to quickly mass produce to accommodate it, depending on the area you live in. I understand why it exists. I don't like it, but I understand why it exists. I'm not gonna condemn it. I'm not gonna condemn anyone who eats these foods either. Like, damn, you gotta eat. You gotta fucking eat. I mean, I'll eat those foods. I gotta eat. No! It's gone again! The pressure sensitivity's gone. Hold on. Popcorn time! Here, I'm just gonna eat some of my parfait while we wait for it to come back. About that potato famine. I heard it wasn't entirely a famine, but I mean, while there was a famine going on, whatever potato crops they did have, they were forced to import to like another region for like rich people to eat, which was a whole level of bullshit, by the way. And so in part they couldn't eat their own fucking food that they grew. And that made it 100 times worse than it actually needed to be. It did not need to be that bad. And we cannot hold a good conversation topic in this stream. Oh my god, and I'm the problem. Are we back? Are we back? We're back, thank god. Yeah, I believe the potato famine was, you know, partly a famine and partly just rich assholes with their rich asshole politics taking all the food of people who were going through a famine, not giving a shit, because, you know. But that's just a theory I heard on the internet, which is definitely not full of lies. So take that information with a grain of salt. Man, it is so hard to do pressure sensitivity with this damn tablet. I'm going to scream. I like how this arm is like so much lower than this other arm because I didn't draw symmetrically at all. I do this in the middle of my job shift, so it doesn't have to look perfect. Where's my... God, this... Bam! Bam! Maybe I should just try to figure out how to stream from my Samsung tablet. This is like miserable to try to draw with. I'm hitting a point where I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. This is more difficult than it needs to be. You guys can't see it, but it's just not lined up, and it's making it hard to do this particular line because the calibration's not lined up, even though I calibrated it last month. It's making it very difficult. Maybe I could just figure out a way to prop up my Samsung tablet and draw from that, because I have no problem drawing from that. And then we can just art stream for that until we replace this. Would probably be a good call. I'm trying to be cool girl, but I can't be cool girl because it's really hard to be cool girl when you struggle to make lines. Imagine you're using a mouse, and every time you try to click on like a window, it always clicks on the wrong window, and it'll drive you out of your mind. It's kind of what it feels like. Your cat on your head? Oh, I want a cat on my head. Oh, my cat, when she was a baby, would do that. She would climb right up on my head. And she would just lay up there and get comfy. And she still tries to do it sometimes. I have to tell her, honey, you're way too big for that. She's just too big. Even though she's small, it's just... Or maybe I'm small. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too small for my own cat. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. What if it's me? What if I'm the problem? I'm the small one. Car, I know you love your bitter lettuce because your lettuce is so much more bitter than what I'm used to eating. I have to really ranch dressing your lettuce. It is so bitter compared to what I'm used to eating. It's so good. Ah, to each their own. I like a nice super sweet lettuce like butter crunch. That's my preference. I want lettuce that's so sweet I can eat it like it's like a yummy candy snack. I love butter crunch. It's my favorite. It's my favorite lettuce, and I have just eaten leaves of it out of a thing because I love it so much. I just start eating it like a crazy person. I want to grow hordes of it. Card, it makes your physical body feel good after, because all you eat is fucking pierogies and granola bars. And your body's actually processing a fresh vegetable and proceeds to lose its fucking mind. I'm calling you out on this behavior. All you eat is pierogies and granola. I've spent many months at your place. I know how you eat. It's not that it's bitter, it's that it's a vegetable. You grow vegetables and you don't even eat them. She doesn't do the devil's lettuce. Excuse you, butter crunch is not a devil's lettuce. It's the best lettuce in the whole world. I think half of my like lettuce seed packets are all butter crunch variety. I'm like, and butter crunch, and butter crunch, and butter crunch, and butter crunch. It's expensive to buy, so I'll just grow myself, damn it. And butter crunch, and butter crunch. I saw that pressure sensitivity dive for like 1 nanosecond. I saw that. You all saw that too. Sunny is too pure to know what the devil's lettuce. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I have to sell them. I can't eat them. You can eat a little bit. You can always make yourself a little side garden just for you. You don't even use all the seeds half the time. You can make a side garden just for you. You can make a little side garden for you if you considered a little side garden just for you. A little side garden just for you, girl. I can't maintain a sitting garden. I have to focus on the one I'm selling from. You can maintain a small side garden with like 5 lettuces growing. You can do that. You are a liar, and I know you can do that. You can maintain 2 plant boxes worth of vegetable. You are a liar. If I can have a full-time job and I can do art stuff and I can also maintain a few plant boxes of veggies, so can yous. So can yous. I won't accept this answer, so can yous. It just make no sense when I could spend the time on Moneyfield, but you don't. You go to Moneyfield and then you go home, and when you go home, you can take 5 minutes to water your 2 plant boxes. I'm just saying. Next time I'm there, I'm gonna force it on you. Next time I'm there, I'm gonna force it on you. You know I know how to build them. I even bought a whole book on how to build them better. that I definitely bought in Canada. I did, in fact, buy it on Amazon and have it shipped to my house so that it arrived exactly at the time that I arrived back home from the airport. Definitely bought it on Canada and brought it with me. Then I got a whole book on how to build them better, and I'm going to force it onto you. I can't help you during the winter, girl. Your winters scare me. Oh, so are you in your heated blanket, by the way? Just perchance. Perchance. Are you still living in that every single day that you're alive? You just never climb out of that thing? Are you still in there? Yes. Yes, you are. You never leave that thing. It's so nice and warm. Cogsrat, I just thought you should know she never climbs out of that blanket. She lives in that blanket. It's being well used. It never leaves it. She lives there now. That's her home. That's where she lives. I don't like those lines. I don't like those lines. Artist is doing art is just a constant stress of I don't like those lines. I don't like those lines to the artist over and over and over. I don't like how it looks. And everyone goes, "What's wrong with it?" And you just go, "Everything." I don't like those lines. I don't like that line. It's just, I don't like it. I don't... Do I like that? I think it's 2. I'm gonna need to, like, a dip more. Yeah, dip more, dip more. Hi, dip it more. Sometimes we just don't like it. Just ain't lit, chief. Okay, what if we just do a small one, then a big one? Smaller, big. Okay, a little bit bigger than that. Then big. A little smaller than that. And since temps are below 0, yeah, you've never left that weighted blanket. That's where she lives now. That's your home. Your purchase is well loved. Your throne gifted card is well loved, more than I anticipated, more than anyone did. Okay, we're most of the way all through his line art. That's good. Thank God. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. That's probably fine. And you stop being super picky about these fluffs being perfect. And you just do them. And they need to just be done. Or we're never gonna leave this drying. We're gonna live here. We're gonna die here. I don't think we all want to live and die here. I think we would like to move on. Move on. At least I'm not drawing windows anymore. God, I hated drawing those windows. Card knows how much I hated drawing those windows. The socks are delicious. Okay, I think I can't... Except for these earmuffs, I think I'm about to not be able to use this symmetry tool anymore, because this is obviously not gonna... Symmetry. And obviously here's not gonna symmetry. And obviously most all of this face can't, but we can do it on the eyebrows and mouth still. Man, how much was that art tablet I was looking into anyways? I have it on my throne so I can have it tabbed. So I don't forget it, because I forget shit like that constantly. How much was that? It was, 600 not including shipping. I think I can pull off 600 this year. I think I can probably pull off 600 this year. Yeah. On art commissions. Yeah, I think I can make my way up to that. I'm no posture checking, but I'm doing it myself because my foot's going numb from sitting on it. Tato, obviously you should draw a doodle right here. Obviously you should draw this little prince right here. That's obviously what you should draw. This little cat, this meow meow. That's the only answer. And I'm right. You should draw this little meow meow. Excuse you, the cat is not evil. What is wrong with you? This cat is like Ellie's and my shared fluffy child. You can't say that. When you call the kitty evil, you say that my cat is evil and Ellie's cat's evil, and you can't say that. That's against the rules. That's against the rules. Don't you know this is Ellie's art? It actually is her art. And she let me use it on streams. This cat is perfect. I cannot believe you would say it was evil. Apologize to Doodle right now. All cats are evil. You're wrong. My cat, Fudge, would never hurt a fly. Mostly because she doesn't actually know how to. She doesn't really know how to hunt. Whenever there's like a bug in the house, she kind of will like gently pat it and then just kind of look at it and won't do anything. If I apologize, do I get anything? No. You get satisfaction in knowing that you made us all happy. That's what you get. I realized that Ellie messaged me back like an hour and a half ago. She's got ears. I didn't know she had ears. There's ears there. So these aren't her ears. I thought they were her ears this whole time. I thought they were her ears this whole time. What are these hypers for? Anyone happy when I'm miserable? I think everyone would be happy. What are these hypers for? I'm glad you're stoked. I don't know what it is about, but yes, Godspeed. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I think the anime from the manga I really like, Witch Hat Atelier, comes out this year. I'm stoked about that. Ears. Yeah, it's true. She got ears. So under here, there's like a head, and there's like ears under there. There's ears under there. Under that hair, there's ears. I didn't know she had ears. Okay, I think we can't use the symmetry tool anymore. I think we're symmetried out. Can you, There we go. One of the two things I never draw ears. Yeah, I would just put hair over it. Actually, I trained myself to draw ears to where doing these little locks in the front tends to mess me up on drawing the face because now I'm not drawing the ears. And ears are... What are these emotes? Ears are a really good indicator of head angle, actually. Let me do a little tidbit on the side here. So, when you're drawing a head angle, you generally, most people draw something like just facing forward like this, right? And the ears right here. But if you draw a character looking that's more up, sometimes if you have hair locks like this, it can make it a bit harder to tell they're looking up. But the ear is on this axis aligned a bit with the eye, but a bit lower. So if you're looking up, the ear is going to be a bit lower. And that helps with that curve arc of the entire like outline of the face to make them looking up. Or if you have a character that's looking down, for example, like this, the ear is going to be higher up here, and that helps again with that curve line to show the angle that the head is looking up. So it's looking like down or like up or just straight on. The ear is a really good indicator of showing that curvature, that wrap around the head. So I'm actually trained to draw the ear because it helps with the head angles. And initially this VTuber design actually did not have the princess locks that go in front of the ears. I simply put them there because I felt like I had to, because every VTuber model has princess locks, and I'm like, well, I want to look like a proper VTuber model with the princess locks. So I added them in post. They don't normally, it doesn't normally have this. This is not actually part of the design. The part of the design is initially just, you know, you got the head and the eyes, you know, and the mouth, and I got that, and it goes like that, and then I have my ears, and then I have it like that. And then I have the ponytail. That's initially the hair. These little locks were added in specifically for VTubing. And the design didn't originally have them, and there's 10 years of art to prove it. Initially, I was princess lock hairless. I just had my bangs and my long hair. Because it made it easier to draw different head angles. So I could like look up or down, and since the ear runs on that axis of the eyes, you know, you have it going up or down like that, and it makes it really easy to tell. Ears are a very helpful tool if you can draw them. They are super helpful with angles. That's another little tidbit for the day. Draw ears. They are very helpful. It's not your style, it's just learning. I mean, it could be your style, but it's all about learning. And maybe human and rabbit ears, but I don't want to show the human ears because it's so weird it is how to cover the human ears. And finish my parfait. One thing you can canonically do with your ears is cheat. And I've seen other people talk about this cheat before with animal ears. Is most of the time when a character has, like, an anime character has, like, ears, right? The ears tend to be, like, up here. And then that means there's this space for your human ears. So you have two sets of ears, which might be kind of weird, but you can always have it curve up from around and go like this. So if you were like, say, a bunny person, you can always switch it up. If you want to, you don't gotta. Absolutely do not gotta. You can always switch it up where you've got your, your eyes. Yeah. And instead of having the ears up here, you can have them come up from the side. And then have them come up and have your bunny ears like that. And then, you can have your hair or whatever, or however your hair is. I don't know, I'm just drawing some hair. I don't remember quite your hair, because I don't draw you enough. But you can have them come from that side part. And then it kind of like, when you turn, it would just sew it from the side. And then it would kind of like not show human ears under your other set of ears and feel a bit more natural. There are books that also show how to do this like in a way that's more proper than what I showed. But this is a trick a lot of artists will do just to solve this whole ear problem. I mean, the community is aware of how weird it is. The art community, I mean. We are aware of our problems. Have a tied up lip bring hairstyle my mom's name, but Ellie was like, if we do that hairstyle, they're gonna see your human ears. Do you want that? Yeah. In 2D art, but not 3D art. Yeah. Or you can just have it go from the side. Like, if we have this drawing of Ellie, you can give her cat ears where you would have the head come up like this, and then you could have it come up like that. And obviously that still looks like a cat, but it's coming up from this side where her ears would normally be. That's an option available to you. Just as a heads up, you could pull it from the side still. I think most animals actually have it pulled from the side of the head anyway. Technically, that'd be more correct than instead of just slapping it at the tippy top. It just goes higher up for them than it does for us, but I think it does start on the side. Let's draw some eyeballs. At least one eyeball. Anyways, I hope you guys like these art tutorials I'm giving out. I didn't intend to, but they're here. I hope you like them. This is just how I do art when I talk to people about doing art. I tend to over-explain everything I'm doing because I like over-explanations, and so I over-explain. I like it, so everyone else likes it too, right? Surely. Oh, and here's another trick, by the way. I see amateur artists make this mistake all the time. When you use the bucket tool, a lot of times you'll have this little outline. Clean that shit! Clean that shit or I'll maim you. Clean your fucking outlines. We can see it, by the way. Everyone who sees the art sees it. Clean it, damn it. Clean your blotchy outlines. Everyone sees it. Everyone notices it. It does not look good. Clean your blotchy outlines. Don't make that cat face at me, card. Those blotchy outlines were the bane of my life once. In an OCT, they were the bane of my life once. Don't you make that cat face at me, Maple. Or just fill it in manual. Either one works. Just don't have those blotchy outlines. Also, if you have those blotchy outlines and you say put the image over like a blue background, everyone can really see it. Because now they're seeing shreds of blue in there. And no one wants to see shreds of blue in your art. Clean your shit up. Clean your shit up or I show up at your house. I don't know what you doing there, bud. Are you gonna clean that art? You gonna clean that shit up? You gonna clean that shit up? You're gonna be good and you're gonna clean that shit up? You know, I wonder how that one post is doing on Twitter right now, actually. I made a post the other day that was a picture of Ellie and Nero, and it got like 3 notes, and I was like, yeah, that's about what I expected. And then, like, for some reason, overnight, it got like 700, and then the following morning to evening, it got all the way to 2,000, and I don't know why. Where is that at right now? I can see a more accurate number on my phone, but I can't use my phone right now. Let me see where that is at. Where are we at? Where is this at? 2,100 according to Twitter on desktop. Damn. What the fuck? Y'all are crazy. I'm drawing that picture, by the way. I started it this morning. Do you guys want to see that? Do you want to see some spoiler art that I'm working on? Do you want to see some spoilers? We're all here. Do you want some spoilers on some art I'm doing? Do you want to see it early? Do you want to see like a really shitty sketch that I did before stream as a good warm-up that I'm gonna finish off as a full sketch so I can use it on my VGen account so I can have like an actual portfolio? You guys want to see it early? Early access, sorry. Oh, that's not a good line right there, is that? Remember, clean up your lines or I show up in your house and I go, what you doing there, pal? And we lost pressure again. Okay, popcorn time! I have some orange juice until the pressure comes back. Cool, it's back. You guys, dude, no one's responding. You guys not want to see it? I drew something. There's only one answer to that question is yes, Sonny. I would love to see that art you were drawing this morning. There we go. That's the correct answer. Yeah, let me grab it. I sent it to card. Hold on, let me actually finish this eyeball. Let me finish this eyeball. I don't like that curve at all. Actually, I don't like how that's curving at all. It's not curving quite right. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. Maybe we are all delayed low. I hope not. Refresh if so. Consider refreshing. Mentally slow for sure. Processing speed. Okay, let me get it. Okay, I got it. Okay, hold on. What is this image? That's that. Let's switch that image. Yeah, this is what I'm doing this morning. Before I started streaming, I was working on. This is a chicken scratch sketch, so it's not very good. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. I realized when I finished the chicken scratch sketch of it, it looks like a mother standing and posing with her child. And I hope the whole drawing doesn't quite look like that. It's just the way that they're posed and dressed and all. It's like Ellie's there for Nero's high school graduation or something. Like, what am I making right now? It was just based on a screenshot that I took, but it just looks like that. But I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. I'm gonna finish that one up. I think that'd be a good drawing for like VGen. I'm trying to think of art that would be good for my VGen account so I can take commissions. Like without it like getting lost in a mess. And I think that'd be pretty good for that. Oh, whoa. Ooh, we did not want to do that. Also, I hope you don't mind if it chills, if the stream's a little chill. I hope you guys don't mind a little chill. Sometimes a girl just gotta chillax. There we go, that's good. Friendly reminder that if you use this helpful tool over here, when you're filling in the bucket tool called area scaling, wherever you do the bucket tool out, it will spread like a pixel or two or however many you set out, and it can completely eliminate those like scrap lines that you see around. Just a helpful tidbit that I just remembered just now. A reminder also for myself that that's a feature. You can do that, Cart and Maple. You can, that's an option. You can do that. I'm just letting you know that like that's an option. I'm just letting you know. Just her little feet. It reminds me, do you guys ever feel like you have a pose that you do or a thing you do with your art that almost becomes like a trademark thing to your art style because it's always like that? I always like to do this thing with my art where I cross feet. So if a character is like just standing, I like to have like the feet kind of cross like this. Or if they're like to the side and they're just standing normally, I like to have it to where the feet come together, but they kind of are like this. And that's like the thing that I would like to do a lot. I basically like heel hooking. I like it when the heels of the feet are like touching. I like heel hooking on feet. I think it looks very nice and cute. And that's just what I do with my art half the time. I love to heel hook. I feel like everyone's gotta have like that thing they like to do all the time. We're like, but I gotta draw it like that. It looks good. It's not that you can't draw it differently. You just really like it like in this one particular way. And so every drawing has to kind of look like that a little bit. Man, that one user who wanted the Saint is gonna be so happy. Why do the hinds look like ass? Christmas Ellie in January. Hey, what's y'all's favorite Christmas movie, actually? Since we're doing Christmas, and I haven't talked about... We've been talking about, like, sexism and racism in politics, which is, like, literally the things I try to avoid at all costs. What's y'all's favorite Christmas movies? That is such a better topic. What you guys like to watch on Christmas? There's so many Christmas movie and no Crimas game. What do you like to watch on Crimas? It doesn't even have to be a Christmas movie necessarily. Like, what's the vibe? The Grinch is my favorite. Which one? Which one? There's a live action and an animated, and I grew up with the animated one. Live action one, good. Live action one, very good. But Jim Carrey's just funny as shit. It was automatically going to be good the moment he was in it. The moment he was in that movie, you knew it was going to be a banger. Just because his acting just sells the whole movie, in my opinion. You're the Grinch. You're the Grinch. There are many animated ones now. Oh, really? Of the Grinch? I thought it was just the one. I grew up with just, you know, the one. Like that one. There's more? I grew up with, like, the one. You know, the one. You know the one. The one. It's not a very good pose for my hand. Okay. You're the one. The picture book translation one with the song. I don't know that one. The Story of My Own Life one, a 3D anime one that came out like 4 years ago. I don't know that one. I don't know about these. Watching musicals together Christmas well, and we like called Nora's Christmas. I don't know that either. I really like the old claymation cartoons. Those are the Christmas vibes for me. Maybe that's why I had a hard time getting Christmas vibes this year. I didn't watch my old claymation cartoons. You know, like the Rudolph ones and all that, the old claymation. Christmas for me is those old claymation. And Christmas Tree. Those are my Christmas movies. I'm also very partial to a very specific live action of Scrooge that I think is in black and white. It's a very old version of it. It's not a beat around the bush comedy one. It's just very straight to the point one. And I'm very partial to that. That very specific Scrooge movie, I'm very partial to it. And despite the age on it, it's surprisingly really well paced. A lot of old movies are very slow. It goes like movies, the time of movies and animations, this pacing has been slowly speeding up. But for this particular one, it's not slow, despite being quite old. I was very surprised and very delighted by how well it was put together, too. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Hey, what if I made this into a sticker? but what if? Haha, well, this was a sticker, but what if? I released it on Christmas time, limited time. That would mean you'd all would have to wait a year to get it. Would you wait a year to buy this sticker? I feel like I could probably draw better in a year's time, though. I could probably make a better design than this. I mean, I have made a better design than this. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, I think that's all my lines. Oh, wait, no, I have those. Let's do that. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, I haven't lost pressure sensitivity in a while. We're doing pretty good, guys. I just realized it's doing really good right now. I feel like I just jinxed it by saying that. Okay. Oh, I'm missing that. That's right. Wait, how do I have this going? I have thick, thin, thick, thin, thick. Oh, that needs a second line. Whoopsies. Missed a line. I demand perfection for my art at all times. Not if I'm getting focused. I'm focusing. Sorry if I'm focused. It's because I'm focused. I'm focused because I'm focused. Do you know that? You know if you're focused, you're focused. You know if you focus, you'll be really focused. I'm determined to make these lines look right. At least we have nice tunes. At least you got some sick tunes to listen to while I'm focused. You know, I could use this as a sample on VGen, actually, when I finish it. This could be a VGen sample. Yeah, the tree's still up. It's Christmas time. If the tree is still up, it's still Christmas. I realized I needed to add something with these. I forgot the little tufties. Maybe erase that and have just the eyebrows there. Yeah. 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 I don't know, guys. How do you think about that? I think that looked good. I think that good. I think it's symmetrical. I think that good. I think yes. It's Christmas until Easter. Ron, it's Christmas until Valentine's Day. Or Singleness Awareness Day, whichever one you like more. Alright, let's put some... Oh no, did my music stop? Oh no. Oh no, it was 2.5 hours. I've been going for 2.5 hours, damn. Come back, music. Actually, no, why don't we listen to some Ellie music? I think that's a better bet. Let's listen to some sick Ellie tunes. I have a whole playlist. Although I did have to get rid of one song because it was so dark when I was sleeping that I literally just started feeling like dread while sleeping, and I had to remove it from my Ellie playlist because I just felt dread while trying to sleep, and I had to axe that one song off. I was like, I don't want to feel like this while going unconscious. What was it? Like Robot Body, I think is the one I took off. Yeah, Robot Body's the one I took off because... Well, thank you for the posture check. I am indeed sitting horrible. I took off the Crazy Robot Body because I was sleeping to Crazy Robot Body and be like... I feel scared. I don't like this. Play some Ellie tunes. I mean, I'm drawing Ellie. I might as well listen to some Ellie tunes. Hold on just a moment. Oh, I should go get my Ellie colors. Hold on, let me go snag one of my own images real quick. On my tablet, I draw her with a specific palette every time, and I have that saved on my tablet, but not on my computer. I do not have the Ellie palette on my PC, so I need to go grab one of my own arts from my tablet that I've put up here and grab my own colors. How do I color her again? I mean, just an uno momento to grab my own colors. Oh, the filters aren't working right. Oh. Hold on, just a moment. Man, what happened to Discord just now? It just fucking exploded. I'm just trying to... It'd be like that. Hold on just a moment. Okay, I think that's got her colors. Let me save that real quick. Just pull that and put that over here. I'm gonna pull that over here. There we go. I have made my own Ellie palette because you can't just go off of a VTuber rig. Because if you go off of a rig, there's like a whole range of color because it's shaded nicely. So I made my own Ellie palette. And I use the same palette every time, by the way. I've got my own Ellie palette. And no, I don't use pure whites. I don't believe in pure white. It looks really white, but there's a slight hue to the white because I don't believe in pure whites. Oh, I did not do it right. Okay. This layer is the reference layer to reference with other layers. 95 should be fine. Because we have clean line art. Stares into card soul. We have clean line art, so there's no problem. Oh, come on. There we go. Wait, that's not striped. That's just her dress. Should the ribbon be white or red? Maybe I'll determine that last. Jill, of course, it's polished. I would say, I like to say the same about yours. Stares directly into your soul. I've been haunted by the OCT forever. Together. Do I like that color red? It's a very salmon kind of red. Do I like that? I don't know if this red is the red I want. Do I want this red? No, but it had to be touched up digitally, and you had your lines going so thin on the traditional art that it was so difficult. Even when inked. I've been haunted ever since. Okay, what if I grab the tongue color? Maybe that'd be a better red? I just draw really pastel, don't I? I like my pastels. You can take my pastels from my cold, dead hands. Yeah, let's go with her actual color. Let's go with her red. Let's go with her red. Let's go with Ellie red. Actually, wait, I have to do the eyes separate. That's right. I wanted that to just be a red stripe, but I'm no longer sure how I feel about that just being a big red stripe. Do I like that? Am I satisfied? No. Am I satisfied with this work? Absolutely not. I'm struggling to make it because it's on my other tablet. It's on my shitty PC tablet. My dissatisfaction with my lines is immeasurable. You cannot even comprehend how dissatisfied I am right now. At least I got OJ. I don't like these lines. It don't look very good. What if I like fixed them? This should be thicker, I think. Is that actually better, or am I under the illusion that that looks better? Am I under the illusion that it looks better? This might be an illusion that I'm concocting in my mind right now as we speak. Okay, this is the one that gives me Toyland vibes a little bit. With your story. You can surely see why, right? Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I want to fix up this right here. I don't like this. I don't like that. I think I could try to do better on this tablet. It says not my good tablet by any means. Okay, I just don't like how that looks. It's curving in too much here and it's bothering me because like the volume thickness here and here is different. And I always notice when the thickness is different. Yeah, Carter might be like Skyfall, but you see the connections, right? You see them, right? The connections that I've made in my brain with this song. And your story. Every single song you listen to can be a song about the epic fantasy novel you've concocted in your head if you ignore some lyrics hard enough. Every song can be about that ship you have or that anime you're addicted to if you ignore some of the lyrics hard enough. This is about me for real. It was not about you for real, but we will pretend. Can I reverse bucket tool? Absolutely not. Understood. We're stuck to the erase tool. Got it. I don't like this coloring, so I'm going to redo this here. I want the colors reversed, but then the stripes have to be adjusted a little bit. I'm not living in my own little world. I don't know what you're talking about. This is what happens when I'm left alone to my art and my own devices too long and I don't have card in here to direct the chat. Maybe you should be in voice chat, card. Maybe I still can't quite handle being solo on stream while drawing. I start becoming a little freak, a little weirdo. I start talking about things and no one knows what I'm talking about. I'm left to my own devices and people are starting to see inside of my brain. No, I mean in the voice chat. I need to clearly be controlled by a card a little bit. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I become a little lost in my own little brain world. And then no one knows what I'm talking about anymore. Like, Sonny, what you talking about? I'm like, yay! Things and stuff, you know? Good things and stuff. Okay, so if the center one is red. No, these outside ones are red. Let's actually work this color by color. Let's work this through color by color. I want that to be red. Okay, so that needs to have another line here. If that's right, then we need this to be red. I got this. I'm a genius. There we go. Beautiful line. Beautiful. Perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, so that's going to be another white. So then we need another line here that's going to be red. Because that's going to be white. Do we ever know what you're talking about? Nah. Hi! We don't know what I'm talking about. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Nobody knows what Sunny's talking about. Not even me. There. Yeah, that looks better. Want to be an engineer. Alright, that's far, but now we just inside it all. Throw my life, I give my career. I don't know what lyrics to this song, so we're just gonna pretend we do. Actually, no, I don't think I like that. We need to separate the whites from the reds here, so that needs to go that way, actually. Yeah! Okay, there we go. That separates the whites from the reds. perfect. That worked out really well. Reason why this is perfect is because I do not want this reds right here touching the reds right here. So I didn't want to fill in this spot with red. But it actually perfectly lines up on both ways where it doesn't do that without a symmetry tool. I got really lucky on that one. I got super lucky on that. On that lining up just right. I was super lucky to line that up just right. Y'all got no idea. Play a game with my kids? Heck yeah! Play a game with your kiddos! Don't be here with me, play a game with your kiddos. Or should I do that color? Should it be white or... white or red? White is pretty good. I don't know, I feel like the red kind of blends in, doesn't it? I think white's the right call here. I think white's the right one. Making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. Yeah, there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. Oops, science be done. Make a neat gun for the people who are still alive, which I think might be very few. Not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire and say burn this. I can't remember the lines. So I was so happy for you. I don't remember these lines. Since I don't remember, and then right up, it'll be releasing on time. Heck yeah, VR chat, big what? Man, I'm just huge for you. I must be just huge for you. Good gravy, me and VR. Why would you do that to yourself? You could have be playing anyone right now. And someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke. Haha, bad chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. When there's science to do, when I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. Experiments to run, there's research to be done on the people who are still alive. I'm still alive. I like how GLaDOS is just rubbing in the fact that you didn't kill me, bitch. I'm still alive, by the way. You know that killing thing you tried to do or whatever? Yeah, it didn't work. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I know I dress super pastel, but YOLO. I forgot her hair clips. Did I even draw them in initially? No, I didn't. I never even drew them in the first place. Forgot them because they were never there. This is such a cute song. I don't think this is going to work anymore. Wait, oh, nope, still working. Okay, cool. Alone in the bathroom. You know what I mean? I mean beans. I mean beans. Bean machine. Oh, that's good protein. And I like beans. We all like about beans. How detailed should I shade this thing? Should I shade this thing at all? What if I didn't do that? I could just do it like this. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me from being just like this? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? No one can stop me. No one can stop me. I like experimenting with this style with eye to see how far I can like take it. Like, what if it was like a sunset like this? What if the people was the whole eye was like a sunset? Oh, that just kind of makes her look like she's looking down. I don't know if I like that. Nah, I don't think I like that. What if it was higher up? Maybe it's just the height. You gotta experiment with your art, or your art's gonna get kind of boring. I don't know, I think I just like it like this. Hey, that looks kind of fun. That looks very fun in Sin City. That's kind of fun. No one can stop me from whatever I want to do. Okay, let's color this line art, actually. Let's do that. Let's color this line art. But what kind of color? It's red, so probably a red tone. That's a little too light, I think. That's much better. Maybe a little too dark. Yeah, how about that? That's cute. I could offer commissions that were just like this, cute little, you know, simple, cute little drawings like this. I think people would like that, right? Surely. Surely. Surely this is what the people want. Could try a shade layer to see how it would look. If we tried a nice shaded layer. But in blue. Blue cyan. This isn't even... Wait, skip style? What does that mean? What does that mean? What was something like that? Like shading. This is so much easier to utilize on my actually good tablet as a brush. This is so hard to use on this shitty tablet. Oh, that's tricky. That's really tricky. Mm. This is not working well. I'll just do erase. Let's just erase it after. Let's erase after what I do. It's actually legitimately lagging the brush, by the way. It's making it very difficult. And then we... Oh, that's right. I wanted it on here. That's right. We wanted it to stick out. Then what if we erased it on these other layers? Far, far, far away. If you get closer, will you wanna stay? Wanna stay? It's that question that I ask all the fucking time. You like me better from afar. That's kind of cute. It's just not quite as good as I could do it on my tablet. Wait. Skeb style holiday. They give you the character's ref sheet, some small information about the character and what they'd like, then pay you for the chibi. You deliver the item like a blind box kind of art. Oh, I don't like doing that. I actually will send you like 20 sketches if you commission me. That's just how I live. Oh, I don't know if I'd like that kind of way to do commissions at all. I think I would actually really hate doing that. I think that's maybe not for me. I think that's not for me. I like to make sure you're super happy with what you get. I feel like skeb commissioning, if that's what it is just like asking for problems between you and the person. That just sounds like a lot of problems about to start. I don't think I like that. I want you to be happy. I don't want to blind box you so that you don't complain. That just sounds like a way to for artists to try to keep people that is commissioning them to not complain about what they get. I don't think I like that idea at all. I think that's bad. I mean, you're commissioning me. I want you to be happy with your commission, obviously. Why would I skeb it when I can, like, just make you happy? I would hate that. There's a whole website, though? Yeah, I probably would hate it. There's a whole website to fuck the commissioner. Yeah, I would not like that. You are very right. Did Ellie... Let's just stop. Oh, it's stuck in loading hell. There. Thank you. Yeah, I probably would not like the Scab website. I think if someone's, nice enough to want to buy your art, you should want to, make something that they would want and not, like, try to fuck them over any way you can. Just my 2 cents. Why would you want to, like, be mean to the person who's actually paying you money? It's so bad, so bad. I didn't feel too much too fast. It's gonna tear me apart. Me and my stupid art. Me and my stupid art. Something you wanna change. It's gonna tear me apart. Tear me apart. Whatever the Scab website is, I hate it already. I haven't even seen it, and I hate it. I mean, like, the people, they could commission anyone. They commissioned you. Why would you want to screw them over like that? I don't understand. don't think I'm going to understand this fabled Skeb website ever. Why be mean to the person commissioned you? And people just kind of relate in art and have it be a surprise. I just don't. I want you to be happy. I don't think I like that idea at all. I just want you to be happy with your piece. Damn. I feel like it's being mean to the commissioner. As someone from the art side, I feel like this is artist's way to say that the commissioner can't ask for revisions. It's just what it looks like to me. As someone who sees artists complain regularly about, and they wanted that revised, it was so terrible. That's just what it looks like from the art side. I don't think I like a site like that functions like this. I think I don't like this idea. I think I want you to be happy with your art. Oh no, my pen is starting to not work. Please don't end the show this early, pen. I mean, I have another one, but still. Don't end my show early. It's only been 3 hours. Only 3 hours, guys. Have I bored you all already with my art? Art is not exactly the most exciting streams to watch, I'm gonna be brutally honest. This ain't exactly a Gordon Ramsay chef video. Nobody's yelling except me. Just saying I will never understand this, but it isn't reading the explanation of the site at all. Oh, I'm reading it, and I don't like it, because I want you to be happy with it. And I can't imagine a world where the person commissioning is happy with just a pure RNG. Oh, I'm so happy to not know what the fuck's gonna happen with this art and pray to God that they actually give me what I want. Doesn't settle right with me at all. Good second screen content. Alrighty. Sorry I'm more quiet. I think I burn out of talking straight after 2.5 hours. That's my that's my Sunny Brambles limit. And then I'm like, it's all about expectations. It's all about until the expectations go wrong. People are happy with it. Yeah, okay, but the first thing I saw of some mention of something like this online was people bitching about it, particularly the people commissioning it. So, beg to differ. I didn't know it was called Skeb. I didn't know it was a website for it, but I just heard someone complaining about it. feel like it's just asking for problems to do things in that way. I don't know. I just want you to be happy with commission. I would never do that. Yeah, yeah. Explain the process, but like, I don't know. I just want to make sure you're happy. I want to make sure the commissioner is happy the whole time. I want to check in with them and, you know, make sure they're liking how it's coming out and making sure it goes in a direction that fills them with happiness and joy and sunshine and rainbows, etc., etc. I can't imagine. It just feels like it's taking advantage of the commissioner to me to do it in that way, where they just don't know what they're gonna get, and well, no refund. Hope you like it, no refund. For anyone that's commissioned me, you know I will send you like 20 sketches. I really want to make sure you're happy. I want to make sure you're happy. Let me turn off that tool real quick. It's messing up what I'm doing a little bit. Where is it? Okay. I debated just doing a simple drawing. We'll keep it simple and clean, and then I proceeded to not do any of that. Just a simple, clean drawing, guys. No shading to know of whatsoever. Absolutely none. Sonny just can't help herself once again. That looks bad. Okay. I actually didn't even set this up correctly to do this kind of shading, so I'm struggling with it a little bit. Normally, if you use this kind of brush for shading, every, like, area... Oh, I just lost my color. Shit. Or normally when you use this brush for shading, every single area on the drawing has to be, like, a separate layer, so it doesn't give you the issues that you guys are seeing me have. I feel like it was closer to here and to here. It's not grabbing correctly. This pen! Okay. Will that work? No, that's too cyan. That looks about the same. Okay. This is like a very difficult brush to use, and I'm practicing it. I practiced on a commission, which was big scary. I practiced this new brush on a commission. That was one of the most important commissions so far of my my career, and that was scary. And I did that for no reason. I'm not a smart girl. God, we need to practice this brush. Where should I use it? This really important commission. Yeah, yes. Brilliance, brain. Let's practice it on the super important commission. That is not actually colored in, is it? There we go. Hello, stars. I feel like this is such a song written by someone who lives in a tall New York apartment. The cars traveling under you. Can't relate, girl. There's no cars under me. There's dirt under me. This is my floor. I'm gonna grab some crackers. It's ASMR time. It's been quiet for too long. You guys have to get some crunch. Ow. You love a good crunch, right? Surely. Crunchy time. Mm-hmm. Crunchy time. Ellie with her voice is an angel, but Ellie has voice of angel. I can't words. She has angel voice. Everyone agrees. You all agree, right? Very angelic. I think it's because it sounds so soft. I think that's why it sounds so angelic. It sounds so soft. I feel like it's kind of like the most hellish watercolor brush in the world that I'm using. It's probably because it is. Wait, is that drawn on the ice layer? It is. I'm such a ding dong, but that kind of actually works out really well. Okay. How's that looking? How's that looking? I think it's looking pretty good. Okay. Mm. That's looking all right. Hmm. I missed some spots though. Go. No touching up. Oh, well, that's some bad line art right there. Hold on a moment. Sunny found an oopsie. Here we go. Okay. Without and with. Without, with. Without, with. And let's add one more for some pinkness. Mm. I think that's pretty good. I'm not missing anything, right? I got all the shading, right? I'm not missing anything, right? I'm not missing anything, right? I got it all right. There's nothing missing. I got everything. I got everything right. There's nothing. I could do the shoes a little more. Oh, we need to turn the symmetry tool off. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. I don't like that. More. Yeah. And a little highlight. Little eraser tool highlight. Little eraser tool highlight I think will do us some good. I think that would look good. Yeah. Something like that looks really good. Meaning to go to 10. Make this like a little thinner. Pull this off like maybe a 5. Nope. Wrong layer. I had one like this, like just under the head. I think that looks really good right under the head, actually. Let's do that. I think that looks good. Looks good in an odd kind of way. Yeah. Yeah. I think that looks super cute. I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm proud of it. I think I like it, and I'm good with it. Okay, what's our color? What if we switch that to like a blue? I don't like that blue. I don't like it that color either. Oh, I really don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Trying to find a good outline color for her. I did both. Fuck it. We do both. Fuck it, we do both. Fuck it, we do both. I do whatever colors I want. No one can tell me what colors I'm going to do. I'm very candy queen peppermint colors here. I'm never going to beat those allegations. Yeah, I had that. Both colors. Now I'm happy. When you don't like the colors, simply choose every single color. That is my art advice to all of you. But see, if we take this whole thing, now see, look, we can do a thing where we can do Control, Shift, click it all. Wait, what is all that? Okay, wait. Click that with that. Okay. And then what you can do is you can go under, what was it? I'm trying to remember what it was on this. I don't use this as often. Okay, select and you expand the area. And let's do like 8, maybe? Maybe more than that. It's like, maybe like 20? More than that. And select, expand. 30? There, now you do that. And then you do go under here. And you can pick a nice color. And you draw all over there with this. And now you have a cute outline area for making a sticker. So now she can be a sticker. That was just all about how I make sticker outlines. I make the computer do it for me, and I don't do shit. I make the computer do it for me. Then we preserve the opacity of that layer, and then we color it whatever color we want to color it. I feel like a white is actually a good one for this, as odd as that is, even though I'm usually against that. Loaded up in the room. I know what I mean. I eat beans. I didn't know there were allegations. The allegations with you is that everything I do is associated with candy and I have no escape. That's the allegations, that there's no escape from everything I do being associated with candy in some way. And I like beans. I just like it like the light blue, actually. I like it just like that. Yeah. Now, did I forget anything? Did I forget anything? Actually, you know what? I should probably erase. Let me throw my tablet pen across the entire room since I don't like it anymore. We don't need that tablet pen. We're too good for that tablet pen. There's absolutely no necessities to have that tablet pen. Fuck this tablet pen. But what if I like erased the shading around the clips so that they look more like they're glowing? Wouldn't that, like, you know, look neat? And like, what if I fix my shitty line art right here? What if I did that too? What if I like fixed my fucking shitty ass line art? What if we did that? Actually, what if we went to grab that color? We just went to like this layer here, and we went to here, and we set that to 100. We just added a little, very gently, the gentlest of lights. I think I like that. Now it's glowing. Let's continue watching, you stupid video player. You stupid YouTube, we're not done yet. You fool, you buffoon. Ya buffoon, ya buffoon. Okay, I think that looks good. You guys like it? I think that's done. I don't know what else I would do to this, other than ruin it from trying to make it look better. What do you think? What do you think? Give me your honest to God opinion. I'ma kick your butt. Looks great. Yay! I'm so glad your honest to God opinion at gunpoint was a positive one. I'm so glad we're so honest here. And that was time 4 hours for me being distracted, so probably not distracted 3 hours. But I'm always distracted, so 4 hours. Theoretically, I could do 2 of these in a day at, like, job time stamping. Thanks. Okay. I think we should write out, because clearly, once I hit that 2.5 hour mark, which is where I ended my last stream because I realized I couldn't talk anymore, I started burning out at that too. So it's just been like an hour and a half of very quiet and me just focusing on art, which I hope was all right. But it's better than when I started streaming half a year ago, where after 5 minutes I would freeze up and it was really quite bad. So I always had to have something to do because otherwise I would just lock up. 2.5 hours of nonstop talking is pretty dang good improvement in 6 months from 5 minutes. Don't hurt your wrist doing so. Maybe I want to. You can't tell me what to do. But we should rate out. I mean, I can't hold out the vibe, the nonstop chatter for as long as I thought I could. So let's rate out. Also, my voice is going a little hoarse anyways right now. Let me find someone to rate. Maple is streaming and didn't tell me that she was making art, and I consider this a massive anime betrayal of all time. Or she did and I didn't pay attention, which is the more likely scenario. So we're gonna raid Maple now, so you can go from art to, you know, more art. That's what we're all here for, right? Art and then more art. Let's raid Maple in secret now that I've announced it to everyone. Maple definitely will not see this coming. She will definitely not see this coming. Absolutely won't see this coming. Let's make a raid message. Let's do, Maple has no idea we're about to raid Maple raid. How'd that? Greatest anime betrayals of all time. Yeah. Raid. That works too. Has no idea we're about to raid Maple raid. Yeah! Alright, let's raid Maple. Let's go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. She has no idea. Don't tell her yet.